G'day, how you doing? Welcome to 2025, first video for me. I wasn't actually planning on making this video, but then across my Facebook feed came the announcement that Captainsim had released the Space Shuttle for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and potentially 2024. Looking at the manual, it says it's for both sims, so I've installed it into 2024. We'll see if it actually works. Now, this is our first look. I have not actually looked at it prior, so I have no idea if it's actually going to work in 2024. You'd hope it does. Oops, that's not a good start. You'd hope it would. That's not a good start at all. So what are we going to go on? Atlantis, Challenger, no, not Challenger, Discovery. We're going on a Discovery together. To see if this is actually any good. First impressions sunk in the ground isn't ideal, but hey, it's okay. Early days. So we want to go to the Kennedy Space Center. I have no idea. Kennedy Space Center. John F. Kennedy Space Center? Yeah, no, that's about right. And a helipad. Well, that doesn't help us, does it? Doesn't help us at all. I can't start there. I really want to start on the ground somewhere, so I need to find an airport, basically. There we go. Nice. Okay, we will park there. No, we won't. We'll park somewhere here. We'll just start there. What I want to do first of all is just have a look at the exterior model. Also have a quick look at the systems and see if the thing actually works in 2024. If it doesn't, this is going to be a very short video, because what I'll have to do obviously is then install it into 2020 and do all the same palaver and blah 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 blah. So let's see what happens. And we need to change the time of day. Oh, look, exterior model. Can't see a damn thing. Okay, so we don't start on the outside, which is unusual, but that's probably a good thing. Blah, 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 blah. So there we go. There we go. All right, let's have a look. So I'm kind of expecting... it comes with a manual, which... to give Captain some credit, and I know I don't do this very often, but to give them credit, it's a 61-page manual. It's actually quite comprehensive and very good instructions. Now, I haven't read it, and I think I'm probably going to end up regretting that, because this is the Space Shuttle, and it's not an easy beast to fly. And the chances are I'm going to completely stuff this up. But hey, there we are. Let's just have a look at some of the predefined cameras. So as you can see, the quality is typical Captainsim, so it looks awesome. Some of these gauges look great as well. How many of them actually work is another question. I don't know. Lots of buttons do nothing, but the manual's quite clear on that in terms of fidelity. Okay, so the HUD's not working, but maybe I need to turn it on. And they're very clear on what it does and what it doesn't do. So I'm not going to focus on that particularly strongly, simply because you kind of get what you pay for. And this thing was $15, so it's about 28 New Zealand dollars. So I don't think I can complain too much. Well, I can, but I'd probably be a bit of a dick, to be honest. It's not sold. It's not marketed as this high fidelity. You know, you want to learn how to fly the space shuttle kind of thing. It's simply not. It's market for what it is, and from a visual model perspective, I have to say my initial impressions are awesome. Look at that. that's fantastic. Having said that, that is usually the situation with Captainsim anyway. They are usually spot on when it comes to... Is there a way to get down? I don't think we have a lower deck, do we? As you can see, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. No. Okay, so that's alright. You've got to give it to them for their ability to model a nice add-on. Now, Captainsim did release a space shuttle quite a few years ago. I know this because I had it. And it was okay. To be honest, it's kind of one of those gimmicky things. I don't know if I'll actually use it a hell of a lot. But yeah, so I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but... So this is the manual that it comes with. Warning, do not use for flight. Damn it. Do not use for training. Damn it, I guess I'm not going to be learning how to fly the space shuttle today. The thing that makes me think, well, question, is it for 2020 or 2024, is there's a section in here, your initial, there it is, there. The Space Shuttle product is our first space-related project for Flight Simulator 2020-24. That's why I've installed it in 2024. Now, I guess there's a good chance that it's not ready for 2024. As I said, the HUD at this stage looks like it's the only thing that don't work, but that could be a 2024 thing. It's custom coded with multiple stages, so that could be part of the issue. Custom coded, so they're not using a default aircraft. Extraordinary. While we're mucking around on the ground, let's go outside and have a look. Lovely sunrise, I think, here in John F. Kennedy Space Center. Well, at least it's sitting on the ground properly. Look at that level of detail. You can almost see the individual tile names. So there's no... I don't know why it's making a noise, given it doesn't have... maybe it's just the electrical hum. Yeah, look at that profile. I remember... I'm going to show my age now. I remember staying up most of the night waiting for the very first flight of Columbia, I think it was. They had to scratch the first launch due to weather, but it got up the next day and I missed it because, life and all that sort of shit. Oh, there we go. Look, got a little spaceman. Look at them all. Yeah, it looks like the HUD's the only thing that's not working. And the HUD is quite crucial, I would think, in terms of... yeah, see, that's some nice modelling and texturing. I do have to say that I'm quite impressed with the external model. It would be great to see this thing attached to boosters and a fuel tank and be able to do the entire friggin' thing from start to finish. That would be awesome. But that would be the domain of a space simulator, not flight simulator. But I wouldn't be surprised if someone very clever manages to find a way to do that. So it's all pretty good. I got no issues whatsoever with the quality of the exterior model. None whatsoever. It is impressive. Let's just pop inside and see. No. Okay, well here we are in the... Oop! Doesn't like that, does it? It's kind of freaking out between external and internal models. Psychedelic. Yep, there we go. Nice. So yeah, external model, beautiful. Texturing, fantastic. I'm not quite sure what I'm not quite sure what resolution. I think it's 4K, unlikely to be 8, but just to see down to individual, look at that, individual tile numbers. They've done a good job. They've done a very good job, I have to say. Okay, back inside. Oh, now, where am I? Back in my seats. Not quite. Okay, here we go. I wonder if it's just because of time of day, or it's just not working. Oh. Okay, so it's not the HUD's problem, it is a John problem. Okay, well the HUD is working. It's a little bit dull, and I can't change that. Well, it looks like everything works. So that's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is we're going to exit out of that. Go back to the main menu. Now I just have to quickly consult the manual here once again, because I need to know how to friggin' fly it. Sorry, you'll have to bear with me. There's a good chance I would have cut this bit out. But you never know. General description, entry. So it does tell me how to. Fly it. It gives me instructions because I'm stupid. There we go. Start the full atmosphere, full entry flight. Select world map. Set a custom departure point. Fly. Now supposedly it already knows where it's going, so we are going to go to the world map, which we are, set a custom departure point. We're still there, and it's not going to let me do that, so maybe I'll just do that. Set as departure. Airborne. Yeah, well that's not going to work for us. 4,329 feet's not going to work for us. So maybe I need to move that over here. Well, we'll see. We'll see. After starting the flight, the shuttle will automatically start at the correct coordinates, altitude and speed heading towards KTTS. So I think these instructions are for the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 version. But anyway, we will start and we'll see what happens. Unless there's something else that I can adjust. Nope. Okay, that's... Worst case scenario is I just have to I'm going to have to change the time of day as well. Oh, okay. Maybe it will... Now the thing with the shuttle is the first portion, basically the re-entry. Oh, look at that. It is in the right place. Okay, well, here we go. Oh, hello. So the first portion of the flight, the shuttle does its own thing. So obviously we're in the atmosphere and we are coming down and it's hot. It's hot, baby. Now I can turn lights on somehow. I have no idea where they are. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Internal lights on. I'm not sure if I want that or not. But here we are. We are still entering the atmosphere at what I imagine is a significant rate of knots. I notice our angle of attack has decreased somewhat. Let's get outside and have a look. Whether that's because we are sufficiently back within the atmosphere or not, I'm not sure. But this whole portion of the approach is all... There we go. Turn the HUD back on. Right. This portion of the approach is all automated, or so it says. So we could be spiraling to our doom, or we could be doing okay. It's impossible to know at this stage. Just quickly looking around. I'm not sure if I was the space shuttle I'd be doing that. Doesn't look quite right. But I'm not going to touch anything because the instructions are quite specific about doing nothing. So once again, it could be a compatibility issue with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, because we are basically just going straight down, and I don't think that's the way that the space shuttle flies. Oop, what did we just do? No, I think we burnt up. Whoa, that looks hot. That looks very hot. Yeah, very hot indeed. Does look good. Might just change and get some sun. Oh shit. There we go, that's better. Yeah, that's better. A bit of sunlight. Not ideal for piloting, but hey, I'll survive. Whether I will actually survive is another question. So where we are, okay, so there we are in relation to Florida. So we're meant to come down in a spiral. Once again, I'm not sure if that's what we're doing. That looks nice, doesn't it? Looks really nice. So we've clearly finished the re-entry phase because we've lost our glow. Seems to be gliding alright. We're not going completely nose down the whole way. The sun's just coming up. Alright, at some stage I have to take over control. So currently navigation is automatic. Shit, okay, so I don't know if I want to arm it just yet, because I might end up with a drogue chute that kills me. Well, it seems to be doing something right. Question is whether or not is that... No, okay, so now it's manual flying. Now I'm flying. Oh, shit. Okay. So does anyone know where the runway is at Kennedy Space Center? I don't even know where Kennedy Space Center is in relation to me. There's an airport down there. I'm going to assume it's way over there somewhere. Well, I might as well just say in advance, this is more than likely going to end really badly. given I have no idea where the hell I am in relation to the Kennedy Space. Is that it there? Okay, that may be it there. Okay, well that's where we're going to head. So... oh god. Was that it there? Oh shit, it's a bit jittery. Ah, that can't be it there. It's too short. Maybe it is. That one or that one? Oh my god, I can't decide. I think we'll go with the one just to our left. Well, the one in front of us is tempting as well. Maybe we can land on both. I think I'll go with the one on my left. Alright, so just want to... I'm not sure if the space shuttle gives a shit about wind direction quite so much. So I'm going to try and do a circle. So we'll circle around over the coast, come in and land from the other end. That's the plan. Doesn't mean that's what will happen, but that's the plan. Also, I need to find my where the hell my landing gear is. I'm gonna have to... I don't know what that is. 15,000 feet is what I'm guessing that is telling me. Once again, while I'm flying, I will have to refer to the manual. Autoglide slope landing gear deployment, page 57. Okay, it doesn't tell me. Oh shit! I think I'm coming in hot. I am far too hot. Right, I'm gonna have to land this end. I think I've lost too much energy. Because you can't deploy the gear too early either. Otherwise, you've lost all of your energy because of the drag. And even now, I'm potentially pushing it in terms of making it to the runway. Plus, I still don't know how to lower my gear. Is that my gear? I'm just guessing here. I have no idea. Mind you, by the look of it, it's a moot point. I'm unlikely to. I'm not going to. Yeah. Well, it's the runway at least. Ouch. And I'm just going to fall like a brick. No, I'm dying. Okay, that's enough of that, I think. Okay, well there we have it. The space shuttle. I'm not going to embarrass myself anymore. So what I would say about this is visual model, fantastic, outstanding. System functionality, I think there's enough for you to be able to operate the shuttle in the environment that the add-on is intended. So this is intended to give you an experience of the re-entry phase, descent, approach, and landing. Ideally with your gear down and not into the swamp, but hey, any landing that you can walk away from is a good one, I guess. Mind you, I'm not quite sure I would have walked away from that. So yeah, modelling looks great. Sounds, well, no real sounds to speak of. It made some noises on the ground, which surprised me a little bit. I'm not quite sure what that's about or why they would be there, but hey, there's nothing really to talk about from a sounds perspective. Flying, excuse me, flies like a brick. So it would appear that their flight model is reasonable. Documentation is great. As I said earlier, there's a 61-page manual. It's clear you have to read the manual to be able to operate this add-on. It's not a matter of just jumping in. The flight deck is not like anything else. It is very much a space vehicle, and you need to understand how to operate it. Hence, as we've seen in this video, I have not taken the time, and I've paid the price by plunging into the swamp prior to getting to the runway. The fact I got this close, I think, is a bit of a miracle in itself. So yeah, it's really important to read the manual, I think, and work through that to fully appreciate what this add-on offers. It is an experience as opposed to just another plane that you can fly around. So people need to go into it, aware of that. Price point, well, at the moment it looks like it's going for half the price. It was $14.99 US. They've crossed out the original price of $29.99. So for what's basically 28 New Zealand dollars or 15 US dollars, they're not asking for much for something that looks like it could give you quite a lot of value in terms of replayability and just entertainment, if nothing else. So I think overall for 15 US dollars or 28 New Zealand dollars, it's very good value. As I said, modeling's great. Sounds, nothing to talk about. Documentation is great. So I think I'd give this a thumbs up. And I can't say that I say that a lot about Captainsim products. But this is pretty good. But please understand what you're buying if you're interested. And don't expect to fly it around, because it's not like that. This is very much about experiencing a re-entry and landing. It definitely looks like it works in Flight Sim 2024 without too many issues, if any issues. But obviously it will install into Flight Sim 2020, but you can redirect it to 2024, and that's what I did. I can't say I encountered any issues. That doesn't mean there aren't any, but at this stage I think it's too early for me to say. I will try it in Flight Sim 2020 as well, just to see if the experience is the same. So yeah, there you have it. Captainsim's Space Shuttle just released. Not sure when it was released, in the last couple of days, maybe even sooner. Currently available as a download from their website. And at 15 US dollars, I think it's pretty good value. So certainly one to check out if you're a bit of a space buff. I am. So yeah, I'm actually quite happy with the money that I've paid for this add-on in terms of what it's actually going to give. So there we go. That's my initial thoughts. I hope this video was of some assistance. I'm now going to go away and do some reading and see if I can actually land this thing. And if I can, and I figure out, then I'll probably post another video at a later stage. Cool. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your day, and we'll talk again soon. Cheers.